As geopolitical tensions escalate and India doubles down on its push for indigenization, homegrown defense companies are experiencing an unprecedented surge in business. Massive procurement order flow for advanced systems, cutting-edge technology, and critical infrastructure. Thousands of crores are being committed, and the sector is buzzing with excitement. On the surface, it's a dream scenario for investors. Big contracts, fat order books, and a steady cash flow projection. What's not to like, right? But here's the thing. Relying solely on a company's order book to gauge its future success might not be one of the most common things and a dangerous mistake that investors make. Does it mean that investors should be worried about investing in defense companies? Let's find out. Welcome to Bottom Line by Grow. In today's episode, we'll break down why looking beyond the order book actually matters. Let's start with the big picture. India's defense budget has seen a meteoric rise, climbing 176% over the last decade to reach 6.81 lakh crores in FY26. That makes it 13.4% of the union budget allocations and the single largest ministerial allocation. This surge is part of a broader strategy to power self-reliant, tech-driven military under the Viksit Bharat vision. Naturally, this uptick in spending has turbocharged order books across India's defense industry in line with the Year of Reforms Initiative 2025. Bharat Electronics, for example, recently bagged another 577 crore rupees in contracts, taking its total order book to 71,000 crore rupees. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, or HAL, the sector's heavyweight, now holds 1.84 lakh crores in pending orders and expects that to grow to 2.5 lakh crores by FY26. Indian defense shipbuilders are also witnessing a boom, with projections suggesting that their cumulative order books could actually triple by FY27. This rush of orders has sparked a sharp rally in defense stocks. Since March 1st, 2025, the Nifty India Defense Index has jumped nearly 50%. Stocks like Paras Defense and GRSE have shot up over 100% and 90% respectively in just 3 months until May 18, 2025. HAL, Mazgaon Dock and Cochin Shipyard are all up between 47 and 70%. But if you rewind to just a few months ago, it's a different story. After peaking in July 2024 on a wave of optimism, the Nifty India Defense Index saw a steep correction, falling 38% between July 24 and February 25. This is mainly because of high valuation, leading to profit booking and overall market sentiment. HAL dropped 45% and Cochin Shipyard lost over half of its value. These were not small corrections, they were brutal, and they happened even when the companies had massive order books. So what's the issue? Number one, the core issue is this. A big order book doesn't automatically translate into revenue, profits, or returns. There are numerous execution risks. Orders can be delayed due to technical problems, cost overruns, or supply chain issues. And these delays can have real financial consequences. HAL is a prime example. The company signed a contract in 2021 to deliver its Tejas Mk-1A fighter jets by March 2024. But the program got delayed largely due to technical challenges and supply issues around the F404IN20 engine sourced from GE in the US. These disruptions hampered HAL's ability to deliver on schedule, stalling revenue and raising concerns within the Ministry of Defense. Despite HAL's order book growing at a healthy CAGR of 28.3% over the past 5 years, its actual sales have grown at just 8% CAGR in the same period. In FY25, HAL sales rose just 2% YOY, even as its order book swelled to 1.84 lakh crores. This mismatch should make any investor sit up and take notice. In other words, investors cannot expect immediate returns. Besides, HAL is targeting at least 10% sales growth in FY25 and expects to sustain that pace. But that modest low double-digit goal feels underwhelming for a stock trading at 37 times estimated FY26 earnings. Number 2, another issue is the over-dependence on government contracts. In India's defense sector, the government is both the largest customer and the regulator. This means that changes in policy, budget allocation, or procurement strategy can significantly affect the order execution. Number 3, the market often confuses potential with promise. Investors see big numbers in the order book and expect future earnings to be guaranteed, ignoring the realities of execution risk, stretched margins, or funding constraints. This leads to frothy valuations. Take Paras Defense, for instance. As of September 2024, the company had an 850 crore rupee order book expected to cross 1,000 crores soon. Impressive, right? But Paras only clocked in 365 crores in annual sales and trades at sky-high 118 times PE. To make matters worse, the company's debtor days, a key measure of how fast it collects payments, have ballooned to 295 days. That means a lot of his revenue is stuck in receivables, putting pressure on the cash flows and raising the risk of defaults. The story is similar for Azad Engineering. With 4,500 crore rupee order book and 4 plants already running at 90% capacity, the company faces a capex bottleneck. Expanding output means fresh investment, most of which will be debt funded. And before new companies can even generate revenue, they must pass a lengthy 30 to 48 month qualification process. There's years of waiting before orders turn into revenue. Yet, Azad stock trades at a PE of over 150. That's a lot of optimism backed by a very long-term pipeline. Number 4, time is another hidden trap. Many defense orders, especially shipbuilding and submarine projects, span years, sometimes a decade. In January 2025, for instance, Maasgau Dock and Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems won a 70,000 crore rupee contract to build 6 conventional submarines in India with the latest stealth features. But the first one is expected to be delivered only in 2032, 7 years from now, and that's a long wait. And if investors expect long-term returns from such a long cycle project, they're in for disappointment and volatility. Number 5. Then there's the matter of financial health. Reliance Naval and Engineering, now part of Swan Energy, once had a respectable 2,500 crore rupee order book for shipbuilding from the Indian Navy. But poor financial management and ballooning debt, along with liquidity issues, derailed the company. It missed delivery deadlines, defaulted on payments, and ultimately ended up in bankruptcy proceedings. Its order book didn't save it, because order books mean nothing if a company can't deliver. Number 6. What's the actual bottom line impact of order book? While a 100 crore rupee order book may grab headlines, the real profit impact is far more modest when you actually consider annualized and margin-adjusted figures. That order delivers just 20 crores of revenues annually, spread over 5-year execution period. At a modest 15% operating profit margin, the operating profit works out to only 3 crore rupees annually. After interest, taxes and depreciation, net profit additions could fall to 2 to 2.5 crores per annum. Thus, a blockbuster order book may often add only modest profit, so investors must look past headline values to execution schedules, margin profile, and actual profit realization. So, what's the big takeaway? A strong order book is a good starting point, but it is not the whole story. It tells us what the company might earn, but not when, how efficiently, or whether it will earn that money at all. Without solid execution, strong cash flows, efficient working capital management, and robust governance, an order book is just a list of promises. Investors need to dig deeper. Look at the contract timelines, capacity constraints, working capital cycles, customer quality management, execution, and the company's overall financial health. Only then we can assess whether those order book numbers will actually translate into real shareholder value or just inflated expectations. India's defense sector is full of opportunity. Smart investing means recognizing both the promise and the pitfalls. Order book is one metric. What do you think are the key metrics to evaluate the defense sector? Leave your comments below. For more insights that cut through the noise, subscribe to Bottom Line by Grow.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Please read the risk disclosure documents carefully before investing in equity shares, derivatives, mutual fund, and or other instruments traded on the stock exchanges.